Greetings, welcome to Mass Effect 2 Legendary Edition. Last episode we recruited Jack and then we explored the Omega Nebula. It's now at 100%, and today we're gonna make our way to the Eagle Nebula where we should have Grunt's mission. But before we do that, let's go ahead and see if our companions have anything to say. Joker, give us a few lines.
I swear we got some lateral drift. The old Normandy never had that.
Okay.
Cerberus, three-headed dog. How come it's only led by one guy?
Yeah, good question.
Commander.
I assume everything is going well up here?
Quiet enough. What the?
Trouble?
No, it's nothing. Son of a... Very funny, Edie. Real original. Stop it.
You did insist on manual control, Mr. Moreau.
Well, have fun spinning.
That's it for now.
See you, Commander.
Okay, well, I feel like more than Jacob and Miranda won't really have anything new. So in the interest of saving some time, I'm just gonna cut to the companions who will have new dialogue. Okay, let's see, maybe Kasumi has something new.
Hey, Shepard. Mess Sergeant Gardner might just be an evil genius. Emphasis on the evil. The food's gotten better lately, though. I guess his reputation will take time to heal.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I'm not really sure what to do with myself. Not much call for thievery aboard a ship. Not a lot of people go in and out of Dr. Chakwa's office, other than to get medical attention, I mean. I hear you shared a drink with her. That's really nice. I imagine with all that's happened, old friends are becoming a luxury.
True. Well, apparently all you have is the same lines.
Come back later. I'm sure I'll have more to talk about.
We had two more things here. What's this statue about?
I stole that on a dare, believe it or not. There was a big museum show coming to Ilium. Artifacts from Earth going on tour. Very high security. KG dared me to steal this. So I broke in, hacked the security, put a few guards to sleep, and replaced the piece with a worthless duplicate. They never knew the difference. My first museum job. Nowhere near the last.
Well, glad to hear that. And apparently all of these artifacts seem to be KG related. It's kind of sad. Anyway, let's see, maybe Zaid will have something new. She's gonna just give us more of his stories.
Shepard, I was just waxing goddamn nostalgic. One time we were trying to clear out this gun nest outside a base on Vatar. Nothing we did even made a dent in that thing. Someone had the bright idea to kidnap a local girl, strap grenades on her, and make her go seduce the guy in the bunker. Terrible thing, I tell you. Well, she went up there, knocked on the door, and nothing. Grenades never went off. But the guy stopped shooting, and we snuck by. Never found out what happened.
Well, there's many possibilities. Vatar, I feel like we read about that in one of those episodes, the previous ones. Anyway, I guess Jack is the only new companion. It might have more to say.
Hey.
I picked up a lot of resources. Can you use them to help against the collectors?
I figured out those L5Xs. Consider yourself lucky. It's not like I keep a library of this shit around.
Okay.
Tell me about you, Jack. What are you up to?
Still checking out your ship. Wouldn't mind putting her through her paces when you're not around.
Maybe later.
I doubt Joker would appreciate that. At least not while we're working.
relax. Joyriding doesn't have the thrill it used to. Besides, if I wanted it, I'd take it.
That's so.
I've been around. Ran with gangs, wiped out some gangs, joined a cult. Kept the haircut. I learned how to survive and not be a victim.
A cult, huh? Well, that's not surprising, I guess. Searching for answers.
It's hard to imagine you in a cult. That usually involves a lot of rules.
I was looking for answers. Drugs and sex and going to a better place. A better place, right. It was all about money. They wanted to take a colony, shake the suckers down to fund their spread, and guess who was their ace in the hole? They were just like the rest. Didn't give one shit about me.
What happened to them? They're probably all dead.
What did you do when you found out?
What do you think?
Yeah, that's what I thought. Anyway, you're bitter as hell.
You must have met some good people, too.
Everybody wants something, and because of that, everything is fair game. Murder, assault, kidnapping, drugs, stealing, arson, done it all. And that's the boring shit. Piracy, theft of military craft, destruction of a space station, and vandalism. That was a good one.
Okay. Theft of military craft.
Military's a hard target. Bet that made you some friends.
Shouldn't have left the thing unlocked. Besides, parades are boring. I helped.
Okay. Maybe more details. Destruction of a space station.
A space station. You're pushing what I can believe.
Ain't saying it was easy. Not everything is spur of the moment. Sometimes you gotta work to give people what they deserve. Had some people I hung with for a while. Outlaw colony. Felt like they were like me. Guess that made us a nice target. Turians think they know something about a scorched earth response. Fuck 'em.
Okay. Piracy. Sure, why not?
You were a pirate, too?
Ties in with the kidnapping. If you hijack a passenger ship and don't kill everyone, anyway. Good lesson. Simpler to just kill them all.
And vandalism.
I'm surprised you'd even mention vandalism in that bunch.
That's what the Hanar call it when you crash that space station I mentioned into one of their moons and make a new crater. They really liked that moon.
Okay. So you regret nothing, I suppose.
Do you ever wonder if you could have done things differently?
No,
Shouldn't you?
there's no reason I should be alive, but I am. You know why? Instinct. It's worked for me so far, and I'm not gonna change. Hey, Shepard. No one's ever asked me about this shit. It's strange to talk about. So fuck you. And thanks for asking.
Oh, F you too. And you're welcome. Well, I think that's all of them. Maybe you guys?
I've got green across the board. The forward tanks are buoyant and elevated.
Are you talking about the Normandy or Miranda?
I'm talking about the one that's covered and protected, not bouncing in the breeze.
I don't know. Operative Lawson's uniform is very official. It always makes me stand at attention.
You're such a dog.
Listen, Daniels, I'm kinda eyeing Miranda myself, so don't, I mean Ken, not Daniels. Okay. Well, not fooling around. Apparently, we're still in the Fatar system. And since we're in the Omega system, I figured we're gonna go and do a quick trip and maybe buy something. I need some upgrades to unlock other upgrades. So we're gonna check out the markets over here. I think I need heavy pistol damage, assault rifle damage, and some damage protection or something like that. Kasumi. Let's hold off on your abilities. Morden. I'll hold off on you as well.
Judging by the quarantine reports, the plague has been completely eradicated, Shepard. Dr. Solis's assistant has been helping any patients with complications.
Excellent. Knew he could do it.
I have also accessed messages between mercenary groups regarding plans to deal with the Archangel. There's a recruiting station at Afterlight that may have information on him.
Alright. Thanks, CD. Morden, you wanna visit the clinic, maybe? No, we're not gonna do that. We're just gonna go straight to the shops.
He also sold me this spice rack shaped like a mining scanner. That's great!
Restrained exasperation. Come to my store. It's not just boring junk anymore.
Okay. I'm here, Harrod. So... no, I don't need this. Well, the delay before shields start regenerating. It's not bad. The hack module is not bad. But I need upgrades today, not stuff like this. Sniper rifle damage. I don't need that. I mean, I do, but not now. Fine, whatever.
If you were that type of person,
This is valuable.
manufacturing today.
We'll need it eventually.
To the abyss.
There was more. Talk to Kasumi.
I like the seedier towns. They're prettier. They value their light. They don't have god-awful neon everywhere, like Ilium or the Citadel. Just the light of people living, moving from place to place. Just enough to know people live there.
So you can rob them. Okay, shotgun damage. I definitely need this.
This should come in handy.
And yeah, we can skip these for now. Well, this was kind of a... I thought there would be more upgrades here. At least we got 2. Guess let's go back to the Normandy. Alright, we're back. I researched one upgrade because it's the only one I could do. The shotgun damage. So let's finally get out of Omega. And as I said, we're gonna go towards the Eagle Nebula. Which is where the Warlord will be. It's right in the mass relay system, but we're gonna check out the other systems first. And the first one is Relic.
Only half our fuel remains.
Okay. Apparently, this is a large system, a lot of planets. We may find some quests lying around. Beach Thunder. lives and dies on the price of titanium, the metal being the only reason to come to this frozen rock. A best-selling e-novel, The Hard Stuff, has popularized the story of the miners on the planet. It follows the Hanar and the Drell robo-miners competing with Krogan and Vorcha, who simply put on environment suits and lace the titanium out more or less by hand. As the novel's promotional screed says, accidents are frequent, rivalry is fierce, and vengeance served up fast. Well, okay. Interesting novel.
Probe away.
Well, apparently there was more than titanium lying around. Next planet. Praying Mouth. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Praying Mouth is a ship-killing enigma, the Bermuda Triangle of the Terminus systems. There are many theories why ships never return from there. Undetectable space debris, old disruptor torpedoes, and magnetic mines from a long-forgotten war, even miniature black holes. But what is clear is that too many ships have been lost there for it to be happenstance. Travel advisory: due to the large number of ships lost when attempting to discharge their drive cores in Praying Mouth, the Relic system highly recommends using First Land's complementary discharge stations instead. Okay. Well, there's a lot of ESO around.
Launching probe.
That's good.
In research projects, Element Zero is used for BioAmp and Omni-Tool upgrades, which allow squad members who have biotic and tech powers to be much more effective.
Okay. Apparently we didn't hear about that from Edie yet. Rough Tide, a dwarf planet with a shroud of carbon monoxide and dioxide that keeps it warm. Rough Tide was so named when large veins of platinum and palladium were struck and miners from all over the cluster came in to stake their claims. Anar police and their Drell enforcers clashed with Krogan and Vorcha in an ugly series of race riots in the late 2170s, and the planet has only grudgingly kept a shaky peace since then. Okay.
Launching probe.
Well, we got our resources from here. So let's move on. Next planet should be Island Wind. A large hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant, Island Wind is named for the sweet-smelling land breezes that come off of the archipelagos of Kajay in the evening. As tumultuous as any other Jovian giant, Island Wind has cyclones that span tens of thousands of kilometers. Interesting.
Probe away.
So, is this the Kajay system, the Hanar homeworld? 57% complete. First Land, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture. First Land is home to many space stations supporting the ubiquitous refueling platforms. A thriving community of Drell and Hanar make their homes in orbit here, giving the solar system's robo-miners somewhere to go when the 50-hour days and nights are driving them mad. Okay.
Launching probe.
Okay, 71% complete. Fitful Current was so named because it orbits in retrograde, indicating that it may have been an extrasolar planet that was captured by the Relic system's gravity well. Large for a rock planet, Fitful Current has only traces of hydrogen in its extremely thin atmosphere. Hanar robo-miners have recovered some uranium and thorium deposits from its depths. Okay.
Probe launched.
We already have 600,000 iridium, thanks to the mod, which collects absolutely every piece of it. Murky water. Despite the name, murky water has yet to show any signs of having water whatsoever. Its name is a literal translation from the original Hanar, who consider murky water a sign of danger. Murky water has a hazy, crushing atmosphere of carbon dioxide and methane, which brings the surface heat to boiling levels. It remains unexploited, its gravity and temperature too high to bother. Okay.
Launching probe.
Somehow we explored a bit. I guess that's it for Relic. And yeah, this is not where Kaje is. Amun. Let's see. 4 planets. Bast, a small hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant. Bast and its moons served as the Eclipse Mercenaries Company fallback position after their defeat on Neith. Once they had gathered their strength, they leaked a false position to the Nahest Consortium to lure them into a trap, which devolved into a pitched battle. Both sides claimed victory. Nahest lost more ships, but could afford the setback in a way Eclipse could not. For planet.
Probe away.
And apparently this is named after Egyptian gods. So it's mainly human names. Anhur, a garden world with heavy populations of humans and Batarians. Anhur was home to one of the ugliest violations of sapient rights in modern human history. A consortium of corporations and corrupt politicians, fearing Batarian economic competition due to their custom of legal slavery, passed a resolution that abolished the minimum wage, effectively re-legalizing slavery on a human-dominated world. Opponents of the motion quickly turned to activism and violence. A civil war erupted as one side sought to end slavery throughout the system and another primarily Batarian faction called the Nahest sought to keep the slaves they had. The Anhur rebellions raged from 2176 to 2178. The Nahest had a significant advantage in ships, labors, and weapons, forcing the Anhur militias to hire mercenary companies to even the odds. In the end, the abolitionists won out, though at the cost of much of their infrastructures. Though Anhur today still has significant natural wealth, it is economically depressed, save for the reconstruction industry.
Launching probe.
Well, they had ESO, so that's good for us. Next planet. Sobek, a hydrogen-nitrogen gas giant believed to be an extrasolar capture, Sobek's low-G moons were the site of many Batarian labor camps during the Anhur rebellions, generating raw materials for the war. When the slaves were finally liberated by Eclipse, the mercenaries found abysmal conditions, including whole camps that lacked mass effect fields to keep the gravity at habitable levels. The widespread bone loss among the slaves was part of their master's final degradation. It would cripple them if they ever left for a standard gravity world. Damn. The plight of the slaves soon garnered galactic media attention, and several charities sprang up to pay for their physical therapy and find them gainful employment. Eclipse, normally reviled for their cutthroat tactics and criminal employees, found themselves painted as heroes. The mercenary company still retains an office on Sobek's moon, Hekwet, out of nostalgia as much as a business strategy. Alright.
Probe away.
Interested in how the Codex for the planets has also evolved a little bit. Like, we have a story that goes across all the system now instead of just individual planets.
I have detected an anomaly.
Okay, we have something over here on Neith. Cold and dry, Neith has a thin nitrogen atmosphere and vast salt flats as its equator, which is warm enough for liquid water to pool during the summer periods. The revealed salt is collected and sold to sodium-poor planets for agricultural purposes. During the Anhur rebellions, Neith was a staging ground for Eclipse ships and was the site of their first defeat when enemy Nahesid surprised and routed them with a superior force. Some wreckage from the battle can still be found on the planet today. Okay.
General distress. Beacon process interrupted. Translation error. Status of system operator is not known. General distress.
Probe launched. I have found something.
Alright, and let's see what it is. Anomaly detected. Surface scans indicate wreckage of a merchant freighter, configuration unknown. Damage to ship catastrophic. Detecting movement but no signs of organic life. Okay. Let's see what this is. So movement but no organic life. This is gonna be Max. Let's take... Who should we take? How about Miranda and Zaid? Okay, Zaid, you have 2 points. Get more disruptor ammo. Miranda, let's give you that Cerberus officer rank so you can boast in front of Jack. Cerberus leader. Miranda's coordination of the fire team gives an increased bonus to squad weapon damage. 20% help, weapon damage 25%. And tactician, Miranda's leadership tactics leave no one behind, giving an increased bonus to squad health. Well, I feel like health would be better. So squad health 7%, 15%. I feel like as an engineer, my armor focuses on power damage and stuff like that instead of health. So why not make her a tactician? Because I mean, weapon damage, we don't... Weapons are not our main way of damaging opponents. So let's get the tactician. Okay. Guns are fine. Maybe let's try out, I don't know, the avalanche. Let's try the missile launcher. Maybe I'll give it another shot.
A sandstorm is approaching from the northwest. Proceed with caution.
Okay, thanks, VI. We have some resources, and this is, yeah, crash site. I think I remember this mission. It's gonna be mechs, right? Can we go up here? What's over here? Nothing? At least they made this ramp. Wow, that's cool. Now let's check every corner, make sure we don't forget anything. System status report. Engineering status compromised. Catastrophic damage to primary and secondary cores. Element 0 exposure levels critical. Fuel leaks throughout the engineering deck. Oh, that's not good. Navigation status critical. Manual control of navigation impossible. VI control locked out by executive command. Authorization CROT 43279. Sensor status compromised. Short range sensors offline. Unsafe planetary proximity detected at 0700 hours. Life support compromised. Life supports returning to safe levels. VI control locked out by executive command. The same authorization. Shield status normal. Shields holding at 100% integrity. No shield breaches detected. The VI network is compromised, combating potential contagion. VI control of critical systems locked out by executive command. And the communication status is compromised. Damage to communications array critical. Activating distress beacon. Okay, well, that doesn't sound good. So, damage mech parts. Where is it? Here? Hiding in plain sight. Something else, some platinum. What about this side? More platinum. Right, and when we get there, we trigger something and then the mechs come running. go up there. Evacuation order. But is there anything else? I guess we've been around here. Right? Or not? Huh. Aha, navigator's log. Right, we've only been here.
Captain, short-range sensors just went offline and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Oh, that sucks.
Captain, short-range sensors just went offline and I'm locked out of helm control. The VI is reporting malfunctions all over the ship.
Attention all hands. We are on a collision course and losing systems fast. Report to the escape pods immediately. This is not a drill.
Well, I don't know if anyone made it. Maybe in the escape pods. Got some Medigel. Damaged mech parts. More money. More resources. What about shipping manifest? Okay. Reflective mech armor X6378. 14 crates of reflective mech armor. Source Jerihi Station. Destination ERCS facility. Loki Mex 180. Source Han Kedar Experimental Mechanics Division. Destination ERCS. And one Emir Mech. Damn. Source Han Kedar Mechanics Division. Destination. Okay. So that's probably... We gotta fight 180 mechs and an Emir mech. That's what I can expect. Probably. Hopefully some of them died. Well, got broken. This must be the ship. What's left of it. And that's the beacon. Okay. Security report.
Dredden, we've got a problem in the cargo bay. Marcus says the mechs in the containers are activating and self-destructing. Go check it out.
Oh boy. What the hell? That was scary. Okay, anything else around here that we missed? Not much. Okay. Well, let's see this beacon. Let's quick save first. Escape.
Hostiles powering up at your location. Recommend immediate extraction.
Okay. So all we have to do is get to the ship, right? But there's gonna be a storm coming.
We've been spotted.
Going to cover.
Okay.
Calm down. Go into cover.
Attacking light mech. Taking cover.
Okay. We are trying to proceed. We can hack something.
Going to cover.
Heading to cover.
Moving to cover.
Heading to cover.
Nothing else on the whole.
Here they come.
Got the heavy mech. So let's see this missile launcher.
Sandstorm activity has reduced visibility to 65%. Proceed to shut force activation.
Eat that!
Here goes.
Next.
See, it went the other way. Uh-oh, Zaid is down.
Down.
Let's give him a distraction. Alright. I think that's all of those big ones. Let's get out of here. Before they come back.
Storm activity has reduced visibility to 40%. Proceed to shut forward evacuation.
Affirmative.
Go. That old info. It's nice. Turn to go.
Come on, we need to leave.
Okay. So, we found no survivors in MSV Corsica wreckage, deactivated distress beacon, we have some experience and credits, and some platinum. Alright,
Commander, you've received a new message at your private terminal.
let's see the message. MSV Corsica, last known docking coordinates. From ED, information acquired, location coordinates, Jericho Station, Strabo System, Eagle Nebula. Data mining confirms the last reported location of merchant freighter MSV Corsica as the Jericho Station in the Strabo System. Possibility exists that clues pertaining to the anomaly that caused the mass malfunction of the mechs aboard Corsica can be found aboard Jericho Station. Okay. Interesting. So it's in the same N7 abandoned research station. Jericho Station Travel Eagle Nebula appears to be under high security, locked down by its resident VI. The station was the last known docking location for the MSV Corsica, which crashed on planet Neef soon thereafter. Okay, so we have to investigate that. And this was right, wrecked merchant freighter apparently. But let's maybe do that next time and to end off this episode, we're gonna read some Codex so it doesn't catch up with us. So, Purgatory. Originally an Ark ship designed to carry agricultural animals, the Purgatory was taken by the Blue Suns mercenary company during a large-scale battle in the Skyllian Verge. In a year-long reconstruction of its interior, the Blue Suns repurposed it to hold Sapien prisoners, supposedly because they captured so many in their conflicts throughout the galaxy. When media outlets started investigating claims that the ship was used for slaving operations, the Blue Suns turned the public relations nightmare into a regular income source. Claiming to be in full accordance with Citadel law, the crew of the Purgatory now regularly lands on planets or space stations, claiming that they can no longer hold their prisoners because of cost overruns. To avoid keeping prisoners under inhumane conditions, they will have to release them at the nearest port, dumping the scum of the galaxy directly into the local population. Faced with such a scenario, the government usually grants Purgatory's crew massive discounts in fuel, food, and repairs as long as they go away. Some even offload their own prisoners to Purgatory for a fee, grateful to have a problem relocated somewhere other than their backyard. Such unfortunates go in the dark depths of the ship, never to be seen again by their families or contacts. Purgatory is minimally armed with Guardian defenses. Though a cruiserweight ship, it relies on the Blue Suns fighters to prevent any attack bent on a jailbreak or similar events. Okay. Well, it's now probably severely damaged if it still exists. I guess that was all for secondary. Primary weapons and equipment.
Still in its experimental stages, the M622 Avalanche generates a Bose-Einstein condensate within a mass effect bubble, which dissipates on impact, violently spraying the condensate outward and coating the target in a near absolute zero superfluid. The Avalanche is unreliable, at times merely coating its target with ice, defacing exposed skin and freezing armor joints. Such low temperatures cause great damage to electronics like kinetic barrier emitters, which sometimes leads to total systems failure. At the other extreme, the Avalanche freezes flesh and bone, causing massive trauma as blood vessels constrict and frozen blood expands. Occasionally, such ice tissue shatters.
Okay. Well, apparently that's all we had in the Codex for now. So let's see. Maybe did we finish the system? Because I feel like we're only 80%. Sekhmet, a hydrogen-helium gas giant believed to have entered Amun's system within the last billion years, Sekhmet was the site of an important battle in the Anhu rebellions. When the Eclipse mercenary companies sought to capture the refueling stations to deny the rebels supplies, a fighter wing hiding in Sekhmet's rings ambushed them. Eclipse suffered heavy initial losses but destroyed 2 rebel carriers and forced them to retreat into FTL. This was considered the high watermark of the rebellion. At no point after the Battle of Sekhmet did the rebels have a victory. Today, Sekhmet is home to refueling stations and a small war memorial in orbit at the planet's L5 Lagrange point. Moderate planet, but it has all the minerals or metals.
Probe launched.
All right, and we can also leave Sekhmet and maybe make our way The Strabo System is over there. But first, let's refuel. And get more probes. And let's get in this system at least. We can read the planet, there's only one, I guess. Let's see, Antigar, charted by a Salarian mining expedition that went off course due to computer error. Antigar is a hydrogen and helium gas giant with 11 known moons and dusty rings.
Probe away.
All right. Well, 50%. I think I'm just gonna end the episode here for today, and in the next time we'll check out that abandoned station, and then we'll go and explore more of the Eagle Nebula. But for now, thank you for watching and farewell.